Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the EuroRocketLeagueSeries. I am Danny Boy ATM. On the broadcasting is Sale, and well, I see a few of you already have came out tonight, and why shouldn't you? Because we have got at least 3 champions on the field tonight. In fact, one of them holds 2 titles. It is the 2-time champion of ERLS in the form of Key versus the defending champion of Boys School Q in the Warlock side. What a series this is going to be! And this is only week 2 of the Euros Masters League, week 2. What a series this shall be! We have got one of the teams already in. We're waiting for the Warlocks who have decided to take their time, make Triumph wait a bit. So it should be intriguing. So what it is the case. But well, that is the case. We will take a small potential second here. We're going to restart the stream for a moment here and make sure everything on the audio counts, because we might hear there's a player with a technical problem. So give us a moment and we will get this back on the road. So apologies on that. We'll see you on the other side.
Never reminded, never taking whatever you told me. I know what I could be, making emotion painful answers. Tell me, is this what you made me?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to EuroRocketLeagueSeries. We have got the technical difficulties and all the 6 players, and joining me in is an old school caster from RLCD, former partner here, but to stay where it's much more better, comfortable, cozy, and he is getting very juicy for this match here. Funny enough, it's Juicy himself.
That's the best introduction I've ever gotten, to be honest. I don't know how I'm going to top that today. I just hope that the teams can top it today for us, because we've got 2 of the best teams that I think are playing this season, and I'm just really looking forward to see how they do against each other.
Juicy, we've let these players wait for an awfully long time for the M6. Before we let them go, any predictions?
I've played both teams this season already. I've had the pleasure to, actually. I think Warlocks are a team that play really slow compared to Triumph, and I think that's going to take them. They're going to outplay them.
Going to outplay them, and we have got them into the field. It will be Triumph in the orange. Gimme Cloudy, and the 2-time champion has been done by the defending champion, Boy School Q.
Oh, that's such a good start for Warlocks. That kickoff into the defense for Triumph, and you can just see them struggling, getting that ball away, Clout hitting it to the corner, and so quick first goal.
Quick first goal. Funny enough, was speaking to Key and Boy School. Key said he was nervous, slightly a little bit antsy, think he might lose it, but Cloud, can he do? Aaron, the Boy School Q, the man, the legend, even the myth, but it's only 1-0.
Wow, like what you just saw there, just Warlocks taking their time, going for the infield pass rather than just hitting the ball for the sake of it. I'm looking forward to seeing more of those plays from them.
Key with the pass to the side, sadly to nobody. Boy School waiting for Key's touch. Former teammates of that infamous Warlock side from Season 3 as well. But Gimme to drop it down. Boy School will be there to challenge it quickly. Cloud to the side, thumping the ball away from that Triumph net. Key to the side as well. They've conceded once, maybe the second, from Social's pass to Wilbar, who's on the side, but he won't be making a montage. 1 minute gone. Triumph is already 1-0 down.
You can see the pressure building. Oh, that's such a good read by Will. But you can see the pressure that Warlocks is putting out, and that's going to get them another goal right when I say it.
Right when you say it, the Triumph side facing disappointment. Collusion perhaps, 2-0, and Juicy. What an opening game.
That's some great play by Warlocks especially. You can see Triumph is still a bit shaky. The reads are slightly off, causing them to be 2-0 down at this point. But I can see them coming back.
Could see them coming back. Triumph with Cloud driving backwards and not forth. No momentum for Triumph, but they have the ball to their own whimsy. Key shot. Boy School with a decent save. Gimme with tape. A pass into the middle to Key. 2-1.
That's a beautiful passing play. You can see the pressure on Boy School almost getting bumped out of the way, and then Gamey not taking the shot, putting it middle for Key for an easy tap in. Beautiful play by Triumph, not taking the shot, taking it slow, getting that in pass and the goal as a result.
Well, I like it slow, Juicy. And I know with the experience that you have, 2-1, still enough time to come back as well in this game.
I hope you're talking about Rocket League with taking it slow, but yeah, I love taking it slow as well. Just getting those passes as a team is so much more fun as well than just getting that pressure game.
Taking the pressure away from the game will be Wilbar, passing it way to the corner. Key will just leave the ball. Cloud trying to protect it, shelter this ball from the evil Wilbar from the Warlock side. Boy School Q passes to Wilbar. 1-2. Gentle touches. Boy School Q shot slightly wide. Social blocked by Key and Wilbar to the side. Half the game to go in number 1 in this best of 5 league play, week 2.
It's such good Rocket League. Like, you can see the communication coming out from both teams. So every single touch is a touch that matters. No one's just booming the ball upfield to get it away from the net. They're always trying to find each other.
Trying to find each other will be Cloud. Originally from Key's pass, Boy has been seeing his teammate demoed Wilbar. All injured at the back, but he has pushed up from Social's pass. Moving down the field will be Cloud from Triumph. Blocked once again, Key and Boyskill challenging into there, fast and furious. Gimme back down to Cloud, misses again, and Key beaten by Wilbar. Unusual to say, 2-1. Warlocks leads.
That could have been a beautiful redirect right there from, I believe it was Will off of, I believe it was Cloud off of Gamey's pass, but in these kinds of matches you need to take every single opportunity you can get, because you're not going to get that many.
Not going to get many. Gimme lacking that pass into the middle will be Cloud from Triumph. Wilbar and Boyskill Q double team into the corner to make sure guiding the ball, pops it up high. Key has read the play decently. Wilbar pinches off the wall will be Cloud tapping the ball to the side to safety, but Social there will just see this ball glance into Triumph's left side corner with Cloud and Key. Maybe a double commit, and Gimme with the treble to make sure it's clear. 2-1 still, the Warlocks lead.
You can see how badly Triumph wants this second goal, but they're not going to get it quite yet. They need to up their communication a bit, keep being spread out, because they almost had a few double commits here and there, but a few misses from Warlocks might give them the opportunity they need.
Few opportunities, less than 30 seconds as Juicy hinted towards, but Boyskill Q looking to get the second goal for comfort, for the cushion, the forced Triumph to miserably look at the second game. Gimme to the backboard, Boyskill with a decent clear. Wilbar will just retreat back to make sure the Key attempt to the pass isn't there. Gimme made a fake one, but Boyskill Q, the defending champion, will say no to Triumph.
I mean, if this keeps going, we're going to have one hell of a series. That was super close. Warlock's taking it this time, but as you can see, both save shots, it's all equal. Warlock's even having less shots than Triumph in this game, but both teams have to start getting every opportunity, taking every second opportunity that they can. Because as you can see, everything happens in the midfield, and there's not really that many chances to get that goal.
Not many chances as well, and I'm just seeing in chat as well, Rocket League legend as well, from of course that Method Squad, Rix Ronde is in chat. Everybody give him a GG and congratulate him as well. We'll be seeing him of course in the ERLS and hopefully in DreamHack as well, but Juicy, enough about the professionals. Boyskill Q might be hinting maybe with a sub spot according to chat there. Doubt that, maybe a rumour, but Juicy, game 2, who's going to take it?
I think it's going to be Triumph this time. I believe it's going to be 2-3 series anyway, and I think Warlocks are going to take it. Can be anyone's game. What are your predictions?
I said 3-2 when I was doing the write-up for this. We didn't publish it because we wanted the stream to have all the details. But I might be slightly biased with my friend Key.
A little bit of bias is never bad, I guess.
Little bit of bias, but Boyskill Q and his team up 1-0 already. Social this time around from the kickoff will be Cloud and Gimme getting the ball away. Boyskill Q pops it high up, and Cloud with a decent clear. 0-0 with 20 seconds here enough going and by. Pretty much standard domination from the midline, as Juicy pointed out.
Yeah, that was almost like a straight-up deja vu from game 1 with another very dangerous kickoffs from Warlock straight off the start. This time it doesn't go in due to a nice double save, but Triumph really needs to be careful about those kickoffs.
Needs to be careful. Wilbar, he's been battered into the corner by Cloud. Boyskill Q from the Warlocks been beaten by Gimme. Wilbar with a decent punt up to the field. Social passes into the middle, but the Warlocks not willing to bite onto the ball just yet. Wilbar taps it from the mid lane once again. Cloud following it through. Nice little air dribble being produced. Key will just tap that one back for Gimme. A bit of defensive awareness. Wilbar top left of a stinger, but sadly rejected harder than me on a date.
Man, the mechanical skills on these players is just so insane. You see it with Cloud doing that cheeky little double tap. Bicycles hitting every single ball at least twice almost. And every single ball just stays in the air. It's got one bounce on the ground and it's back up in the air.
Well, look at that. Still into the air. It will be Key. Wilbar. We'll just see that one go away. Social pushes through. Key tapping the ball away. Cloud this time round to Gimme. Double Gimme could for a costly mistake. Boys School Q taps it high. Cloud with the clear. 0-0 on like game one. We haven't seen a goal. 2 minutes gone.
The communication on both teams seems to be better than last game. They seem to be a little bit more spread out, not double committing as much. But both teams haven't created anything of a fit either. I'm also looking forward to seeing a bit more, some would call it dirty plays, because we've seen quite a clean Rocket League so far, and as I say that, of course, Game, he's got to demo someone.
Well, Gimme with a demo, but it was Social with the clear, and he repeats the same feat. Cloud, Wilbar, straight down the mid lane, dominance this time by Triumph. Boy School Q can only tap the ball no further to Key, and he's just maybe a bit blindsided from his own teammate. Used to see that badge and aim for it, but Cloud will follow this one through. Boy School Q drops it down. Key to Cloud. Oh my God! It's just riddled in.
I was so scared that wasn't going to go in. The vision on Key to see Cloud up on the backboard and getting that ball straight down is very hard. But it's even harder to read exactly where it is going to drop down, which Key's done absolutely sublime. Had a bit of a trouble putting it in immediately, but it went in regardless.
Needs a bit of love to stick it in sometimes, you see, but...
And consent, don't forget consent.
I don't think there was any consent that time round. Boy School Q, a little bit hurt, maybe a little bit hurt by this wonder of Key, the former teammate. Boy School Q, formerly with 100+ goals, and with Key, the magical man who can get those passes. But Season 4, this could of course be Key's last game as well, and he's timpering around the Warlock net, and Cloud will thump the second one in.
Man, that all started off with a demo in the defense for Warlocks, and then Key just following that ball, getting it into a really tight angle, but Cloud manages to put it in regardless, and it's now 2-0. This is going to be hard to come back for Warlocks.
Hard to come back. Key with a free jump there, trying to read the bounce. Gimme to the side. Social pops it high up. Cloud just thinking about the pass, thinking about it, but not getting the execution. Social tries to chase down Boy School Q. It will be Wilbar following up once again, and Gimme maybe struggling. Oh, Wilbar, you cheeky lad there, but Key once again clears. 60 seconds remains in game 2.
That nearly snuck in, but it just went wide. I don't believe you can win in Rocket League without a little bit of luck, and it was definitely on Triumph's side right there. Cloud going for a cheeky double touch, just missing it though. Oh, this is going to be dangerous.
Could be dangerous. Gimme one touch, the second with the clear. Wilbar from his own corner. They're less than 30 seconds, 2-0 down. Boy School Q famously said that Season 4's opening, they will 3-0 every team in their paths, and Social Wilbar just had the finisher for a glimmer of hope before that statement is ruined.
Oh man, he's gonna dream about that tonight. That's some nightmare stuff. That looked to be a completely open net, just couldn't reach it, and with that 4 seconds to go, that is Triumph's game. Gonna be even. Danny, we've got a real series on our hands today.
Real Series, the two-time champion versus the defending champion, and of course, Juicy. One apiece, as you said. Where did it go wrong for the Warlocks?
I think it didn't really go wrong for the Warlocks as much as it was playing really clean that game. I was especially surprised by gaming. I feel like Cloud and Kieran have established themselves as being really strong, good player. Gamey isn't as well known, but he played really well that game. It just was really clean, even if there were 3 Warlocks, big boys coming at him. He'd still take his time and defend really well.
Defend really well, but Juicy, I've seen our Twitch chat's been very quiet. Come on, who do you think's going to win? I only seen one say triumph. Juicy, game 3?
Man, I've got 100%. I'd rather not say anything because I still think it's anyone's game. But I think Warlocks really want to get back on top after this game. They want to show the stream themselves what they're capable of, and I think it's going to result into another win for them.
Going to result to another win, but game 3, one apiece. Warlock versus Triumph. Oh, we talk about good games. This could be, of course, the championship final as well. That's how tight the two has been playing. Cloud to Gimme, Boys School Q. Just tips the ball to the side via the wall. Key beating Cloud to the side. Gimme all alone with Social top left. And it creeps on in.
Storsha was in the Dominus last game, I believe. Probably didn't feel too well, but that's perfect top corner with the Octane, giving them another quick lead as we saw in game 1.
Much needed. The Warlocks, they're enough unanswered. Triumph in the last team. Wilbar to the side will be Boys School Q. Pops it high up. This could be the demise of the two-time champion.
Oh, that's such a beautiful play by Boys School. Rather than just shooting it, he pops it up and then immediately positions himself for the dunk on Kieran. There's nothing he can do about that. That's dunked in, and that's a quick 2-0 lead.
Oh, Boys School Q making Key look like a kid, but Wilbar even more foolish. 2-1.
That's what I was going to say. You're talking about Kieran looking like a kid. Well, Wilbur just got schooled with the accidental backflip. That's a quick retaliation from Triumph. Just what they needed.
Just what they needed. Wilbar might be regretting that one as Triumph looks to build from that one goal. A mistake is enough to give hope. But Social to the side. Gimme drops it straight down. But Wilbar thumping this one. Looking for a bit of salvation. But Cloud says no. 4 minutes remains in game 3.
Oh, Triumph got to get back into form because that looked really shaky just then. They need to keep their communications up because otherwise you're just going to concede these really easy goals that you really don't want.
Well, what they don't want is to concede the third in game number 3. Gimme the clue. A nice pass from defense. The transition to offense could have been deadly, but a double commit there. Key left stranded all alone. Social Wilbars there will be Boys School Q defending Gimmy's little pathetic tap there. 90 seconds gone. 2-1 Warlocks.
That's what I'm talking about with the communications. You see so many double commits coming in as we only see another third goal, Warlock's goal going in. But there's so many double commits going on by Triumph right now. They really need to get back into their organized form as we saw last game. Otherwise they're going to keep getting pressured by Warlocks like they are now, and it's really hard to get out of, especially if they control your boost as well.
Well, Key, maybe he is the key to get out. He did get the dribble, a shot on Warlocks, but Gimme has to block his third man. Key dribbles, Boys School Q demos his former teammate. This might be cruel. Somebody call an ambulance.
Do you think they have like a rocket car hospital?
I surely hope so. I heard I was a former doctor there as well.
As we see Triumph kind of getting back into this game, Kieran's playing really out of his mind, putting that one in off of Boys School as well.
Boys School Q. You might be the golden striker, but you need to defend, my friend. 2 apiece. Warlocks looking shaky in game 3. Triumph looking to take the lead again.
Boys School's taking every single goal he can. Doesn't matter if it's his own. Whoa! As we say that, Cloud almost joins the club of his own goal.
Gimme to Cloud. Boys School Q with a thumper of the shot, and Boys School Q has just said, "You've been schooled, my friend." 3-2.
That's the right goal, Boys School. You saw that kind of awkward pass. I believe it was from Gamey into the middle. A demo happening at the same time just completely opens up Triumph's net. And Boys School says, "Thank you very much. I'm going to go for top striker once again."
Once again, and Boys School Q looking to put the pressure. The ointment will sting if that went in. Social with a pass to himself for a moment. Key clears it to Cloud. The 2 teammates here trying to beat Boys School Q, the defending champion. But he has said, "Not in your lifetime, Key."
Oh, that was such a close one for Gamey. That's such a hard read. I believe he didn't really have that much boost anyway. He almost saved it, but just the momentum from the ball was too much. Great read by Boys School as well. However, he reads those all day, every day.
Oh, he reads them. People worry about getting goals from a flip reset, a dribble, a flick, a demo. Boys School Q doesn't care. A goal is a goal at the end of the day. But the Warlocks 4-2 up in game 3. Triumph needs to find an answer now or never. Key passes the ball to Wilbur, tries to clear his line. Cloud with a shot attempt. It's sliding too wide, but Social was there. It's gone wide. 1 minute 20. Triumph searching at least for a third.
Oh, that was so close for Triumph. You can see they're trying really hard. They're keeping one of their players quite upfield for the redirect. The passes just aren't really connecting yet, whereas Warlocks seem to be finding each other quite often. But there's still time. There's still time, Danny. It's not much, but there is time.
There's not much. The time counting down. No extra time. Fairly in this. Less than a minute, and Triumph might be looking a taxi home. If they can't find another goal, will be Cloud being consistently blocked every time from the Warlocks. The Boys School Q just tapping the ball away from their half. Cloud drops it to Gimme. Key maybe has faked him out, and that's unusual for the 2-time champion. He has own gold as well. It's all falling to pieces.
It definitely is. Like, the communication from Triumph just seems to be all over the place. They're not hitting the balls as they should. That is great control by Social. He tried to salvage it, couldn't. I think the most important thing for Triumph here is to look at that next game and see if they can regroup before then.
Tries to regroup. Key misses Boys School Q with a clear, and the defending champion has just schooled his own teammate. He has schooled Cloud. He has schooled Gimme. He is looking for his crown once again. 6 goals to 2.
Man, it almost feels bad to see a Triumph playing like this, because you know they've got 3 great players, but right now they seem to be all over the place. None of them really playing as well as they could or even should. And it's just a shame to see, but Warlock's taking really well advantage of it.
Well, taking advantage, 6-2, but Juicy, not really much time here. Maybe one more goal from either of the two, but oh, the Warlocks trying to freestyle, stick to competitive, my friends. It's not going to work, but where does Triumph need to improve?
Man, I don't know, because Warlocks is playing so well so far. I mean, if you look at those shots, that pressure's absolutely cracking. What Triumph really needs to do is spread out more, make sure that you know who's going for which ball, no more double commits, get those passes into each other, make sure you get big clears out of defense, or at least take one person out when you're transitioning from defense to offense, because right now if you keep playing the same way as you do now, you're going to get another 4 goals by Boys School.
Just another 4. Do you not think it will be more?
It could be if they keep playing like this, but there's always the winning point shiver. right? Everybody knows it. You only need to win one more game, and you've got the series, and most people feel that pressure. I believe Warlocks have played enough that they shouldn't, but I can guarantee you they feel something right now, and whether it helps them play even better or worse, that's what we'll see in the next game.
Well, chat, let us know. Will it go to the game 5, or will the Warlocks get the shiver that the Aztecs fear on being on stream? But will Triumph repeat like game 2 and get the win to send us to there? But what a series we've been treated to. But Juicy, I think the lineups would have improved if we were in it, surely.
Definitely. I mean, Boysko, who needs him when you've got me? What more do I need to say? Also, shots, Danny. Damn. Aztecs take some more shots than Boysko did.
Well, that is the case. The lobby will be recreated there. Hasn't fixed that issue, but while that is the case, Throne versus Team Absolute, Ericsson versus, of course, Prophecy are the 2 following games after this. So, well, is it going to be as good as Warlocks versus Triumph? Did we peak too early? I don't think we have, but the stream only ends when I say it is. But should we tell the players it's best of 9 and not best of 5?
I would love to watch another few games of these teams just going at each other. As long as Triumph gets their act together, because last game was a shambles.
I know, it was shocking. I mean, no wonder Danny Boy was retired.
Yeah, you'd be much better on that team. Who would you replace?
On what side? Triumphs?
Yes.
Oh, I think Key needs to be replaced. He's done. No wonder he's going into Castle.
He should just not play for the rest of the season, to be honest. Probably in Triumph's favour.
Well, on all seriousness, the game has restarted, and come on, the Kade up has returned back, of course. He done that in Season 3 against Bloomcool. Will the Cabbage get outdone once again? But Cloud, oh, you nasty piece of work, 1-0.
What was that? I think he first tried to go for the air dribble, realised he couldn't get it, went for the bump, and Wilbur just couldn't get to the ball with Cloud being in front of it. That's great vision by Cloud to salvage the either failed air dribble or even great vision. Changing to the Dominus as well.
We talk about adaptability being the difference sometimes. The prospects and challengers will learn the great skill that the Masters League has. And the top 2 teams, in my opinion, are showing it on tonight with Boysko Q to Wilbar. Maybe the drop would have been nice, but not happening. Social to the side. And the Willock side there will be trying to tickle the net there once again. But 1-0 a minute playing.
Man, I'm really looking forward to see how these teams match up even later than in the season, because I feel like still there's some communication issues on both teams. They can't find each other all the time. They can find each other often, but not as much as I'd like to see them. But further on the season, with a couple of mere series down the haven't played, then it's probably going to be even better than it is now.
Is it going to be better? Is it going to be better? Has this been picked? We see Boysko Q, the top goal scorer from last season, rip one into Cloud. It's an equalising goal at 3:44 left on the clock. It's only going to get better, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, this is such a tight series. It's a shame that Triumph concedes another really, you could say easy goal even, because I don't feel like that should have ever gone in. I don't think Boysko should have been in the position to be able to take a shot like that and it going in. But let's see how they regroup, see if they can take one back. Crowd putting on the backboard, they might be able to.
Oh, you said, could they get it back? The 2 times champion finding a little bit of form. Maybe of its former past glimmering back. 2-1 Triumph in game 4.
Man, getting those reads perfectly, positioning your car perfectly to get the angle down, it's just so hard, but Q makes it look easy.
Made it look easy. Cloud Maybe getting pressure. Come on, the Cade up. Will be down at the back. Rotates away with Cloud onto the ball. Pass to Gimme. A nice 1-2. Wilbar beating Boyskill Q. Has been frankly goonsed up there, but Boyskill Q gets even the pass to Wilbar. And the Master League still heating up.
That was some very aggressive physical play by Cloud. I'm looking to see more of that, but game he just seems to have lost his play. He's missing a lot. He's not in the position that he wants to be in. I think he really needs to pick it up, otherwise Triumphs is playing with half a man less.
Half a man less could be the difference. Gimme now to the side. Maybe he can grow that extra distance. Wilbar to the side. Cloud will be there. Misses the touch. And the Warlock side might see a chance. A small one. A demo. Oh, and of course Cloud. Gimme taps it to the side. Wilbar once again tinkers that ball and maybe tries the fade that equal goal. But 2 minutes left, Juicy. And we could be seeing triumph. Maybe. Oh, maybe game 5. Or has Warlock stepping up a gear.
Oh, that's such a good touch of the seating social, knowing exactly where that ball's going to go down, getting, I'd say, a lucky demo in the process, but it goes in, and that's all that Warlocks will care about.
Don't care about it. Cloud to the side, passes, Gimme near enough, beats Wilbar, and Key has almost just thought of the unthinkable. But saved, however. Cloud will just rotate in his third man, and Triumph are getting nervous, shaking like a leaf in an autumn's winter's night. In Boyskill Q is freestyling his shots now.
Did you see that angle by Kieran? That was crazy, but the save probably deserves even more praise. Just getting it out of your guard at such a high pressure moment is so good by, I believe it was Wilbur. But the game is so even now. Both teams playing really well, creating opportunities. Want to scream, it's so good.
Well, ice cream, but sadly not for ice cream. Ice cream if Boyskill Q can double touch the save! It's 3 goals to 2!
What a monster! You saw it happening, you were calling it when he popped it up. That's so good. That first touch, getting that right up there is already hard. Getting it perfect on the backboard is even harder, but flying after it and getting the angle down with that few views that you have left is just absolutely phenomenal.
Just phenomenal, but this game is not over, ladies and gentlemen. With less than 40 seconds, Triumph just needs 1 goal to tie this up, just to send us in OT. Cloud to the back pass, beaten by Wilbar. The man is beautiful in every single way, including the montage. But has Boyskill Q carried his team further, or would that be an understatement?
Oh, it's only 20 seconds is so little time for Triumph, but so much. It'll feel like so much time for Warlocks. Maybe Triumph can do it, but it's going to be hard. This needs to go in.
Oh, Cloud with a chance. Key needs to keep this up. The Warlocks from Boyskill Q has removed the hope from Triumph. They have won in week 2, and Key, well, is that his last ever game here on the EuroRocketLeagueSeries?
Man, I hope not. He played so well, especially linking up with Cloud. They got some really nice pressure, especially that last game seemed to be going Triumph's way. But if you've got a player like Boyskill on your team who can pull off those crazy double touches, you only need 2 or 3 opportunities per game in order to grab the entire game and series.
Well, just to grab the series, but Juicy, we can sit here, we can analyse it, we can talk all about it. But Triumph, what a team they are, and just to even get a game off that Warlock side is a difficult job to do.
I hope they get fired up enough to actually give them an even harder challenge later on in the season, because I think they've got it in them to take more than one game off of Warlocks. You could see how close this last game was. Probably should have even gone Triumph's way, and then you've got a best of 5 series where in game 5 we know anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Earson versus Prospect is coming up. That's in fact near enough 3 minutes away from the scheduled time as well. Boy School Q, the defending champion, beats his former team, the 2-time champion Key. Will it be revenge or retirement? Who knows, but keep on watching. We'll find out quite shortly. But of course, our big thank you to our special guest, the man, the legend himself, Juicy, former caster. Maybe he might return later on in the series or even in the season. We hope to be that is the case. But Juicy, thank you very much for joining me and for that special series.
It was completely my pleasure. I'll see you guys.
Time ticks and decays, never to return, never to feel whole. Isn't it so easy to lose yourself in time, to draw a finish line, to give yourself to one beyond what's good and bad? It kills me not to know. Lost beyond the edge,
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the EuroRL series. I am Danny Boy ATM. Juicy sadly has a match to play and he has gone off to do that. We just saw the match of the season in my books, but I have been joined by a regular caster here and a good friend of mine, Selfie Will. Welcome to the casting booth.
Thank you, Danny, for welcoming me, but the night is still not over yet. Next up, we have two new teams to the ERLS scene, which are Elysian and Prophecy, of course. So on the Elysian team, we have Gucci, Swaps, and C1G, or however you pronounce it. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. And on the other team, we have Kennedy, Sam, and Fraz. So it would be pretty interesting to see how these two new teams compete, as they are new to the league. Nobody basically knew these players beforehand, so it's going to be pretty interesting. What do you think, then?
Pretty interesting. You said some players not necessarily known, but one or two, few old legends as well. Of course, your Frizz from the, I believe, of course, the Bloomcool side. But still, he will. There's no need to ask any question how this going to go. We should get the players onto the field, surely.
Yeah, I agree on that. We shouldn't keep them from playing, so let's just dive head first into this game. A match between two new Titans and maybe potential playoff makers. So let's see how this goes.
Potentially, Erison versus Prophecy kicked off game 2 tonight. And it has with Kennedy onto the back foot already in that orange strip of Prophecy. Sam Frizz and Kennedy, as Stealth Wolf has just pointed out as well. A minute might not be enough time to get yourself ready and scrapped in. But Fraz to the side to Sam! And Krusey with a decent save. Still 0-0.
Yeah, decent save there indeed. But we see that Elysian isn't not backing down, with Stratford attempt on a double touch, but so far doesn't find it. But neither team is backing down on offense, and they're letting the other team feel we want to win, and you have to take it from us.
Well, to take it away from them? How dare they presume that? Two aggressive front-stacking teams, but Kennedy stuck into the back foot of defence. Sam up into there, beating Fraz with a decent clear to Sam. However, the recovery not quite good enough, and Prophecy going backwards the wrong way towards the opposition net, but a demo here and there might have released the pressure.
Yeah, release the pressure. You might say so, but so far we see Prophecy getting backed up into a corner by this unleashing offensive power from Elysian. Like, it's so hard to relinquish any pressure, yet we see Prophecy answering back with a good counter-attack, so yeah, pretty interesting how this one will go as we see two offensive teams collide like this.
Two offensive teams, but Fraz again in that defensive side. Prophecy barely have seen the opposing side now. Gucci with the ball, playing it straight up. Kennedy will just see this ball guided into the middle. Swap will just put that one in. 1-0 already.
Yeah, Swaps with a really nice shot there, just above Fraz to make it a goal, and Gucci not wanting to touch it was like, let's keep it an easy goal. But what a start. I think we might expect more of this from both teams, as we see neither one of them backing down and pressuring the other one as hard as they can on offense.
Hard, aggressive, and maybe, oh, just maybe that should have been 2-0. Regret etched on the face, but Prophecy hanging on to the edge.
Yeah, on the edge, but yet they are still there. Getting a lucky miss there from Gucci, but it was a really close attempt though.
Big close attempt, Kennedy from the side. We talk about aggressive. Kennedy gets a past one. Gucci renews it from his side, wide, and Fraz moves it down. Crazy with the pass again. Kennedy with a decent clear to Sam. This is looking better from Prophecy, but yet again, etched on their faces, regret with a poor pass. Half the game remains in game 1, still 1-0 against Prophecy.
Yeah, half a game, it might be enough for Prophecy to show us what they are made of, but so far we've seen some beautiful passing plays between those players on that one team. they probably have some friend background as they are looking really solid playing together. So this will be pretty interesting, Danny.
Pretty interesting with Sam with an air dribble. One touch was required to finish it off. Kennedy slows it down for Prophecy. They're chasing, scrambling back into that defense. 1 minute and 40, Wolf, and Prophecy holding on, but just barely.
Barely holding us as we see Erision going for another offensive opportunity, but Prophecy showing that they can defend as well, not letting one through as they have still 1 minute and 20 seconds to score another goal.
To score another goal could be enough to send this game to the cleaners, but Kennedy will just tap that one to the side. We'll see Erson, the team in that blue side, still putting the pressure on. Fraz onto that backboard. Kennedy demoed the two teams with all offense, no defense. Nothing helped between the two. 60 seconds remain. Prophecy still struggling to get out.
Yeah, we see the blue half just really trying to outplay one person at a time and trying to get it past another one to get us enough offensive pressure on, as we see Prophecy struggling really hard to defend it as Gucci has another attempt on goal and he finds the net.
What a game we've been treated to. Offense being the only option from the two, and Gucci will be smiling to the bank. 2-0 with 40 seconds, and Wolf, Prophecy still got a lot of questions to be answered.
Yeah, a lot of questions. That's probably what you're asking yourselves, like, what are we doing wrong? How do we play against a team like this? And how are we going to change up our playstyle in order to win this game potentially, or even turn it around in the next game? As I think they're most likely thinking that Erision won this one.
Franz now to the side for Prophecy, 2-0 down with 15 seconds left. It'll be a consolation goal for Prophecy if they can find it. Sam just tried to block it, and Gucci this time round will just see this one guided to the ground. No matter what, it will be Prophecy going 1-0 down in this opening series.
Yeah, 1-0 down, that's not the end of everything, Danny. We saw so many teams come back after the first game, and I believe that Prophecy yields the ability to do the exact same thing. So I'm expecting a really strong Prophecy in the next game, as we saw them not backing down the entire game one and trying to change it up near the end. So it will be pretty interesting to see how Prophecy answers to this offensive power from Erision. So
well, Raisin taking a bit of time, some things down, but in the terms of the series, they have got the advantage. First game on stream as well for this new organisation, franchise, we call it here at EuroRocketLeagueSeries, but Prophecy as well. What could be developed? Could it go the distance of the full 5 games of league play here at week 2? But Wolf, still got plenty more action to go. Can Prophecy step it up?
yeah, that's the important question as we head into game 2, and we really hope that Prophecy can answer back, because they look like a strong team. They performed well in last week, so I believe they can still do this exact same thing right now.
Could still possibly do it. Prophecy with Kennedy off to the kickoff with Fraz onto the side. Fraz will be waiting at the back, beaten off to the ball. Kennedy to the side, and Gucci will just slow things down. Unusual for the counter attacking style that may have developed there, as these two sides slug it out with offense only. Kennedy might have fake Crownsy off to the ball. With 20 seconds gone, we've seen 2 chances, but none taken. 0-0.
Yeah, 20 seconds and we already saw so much change. We see that Prophecy is finding a way to answer back to the offensive opportunities from Erision and getting really good counterattacks on the attempt to score a goal on the blue side, as we saw one going wide in the first 20 seconds.
Well, 20 seconds may have been gone. 40 has gone. So in fact, 60 seconds have gone. in game number 2. Fraz with the ball straight up into there. Swaps will just have the beaten off to the ball. Gucci will follow this up. Prophecy being battered and bruised, but 2 still in it. Fraz into there for Prophecy. Sam alone in the net just beats this ball away from his half, and Fraz with the attempt of a redirect going slightly too away, but Kennedy for the double. Sam pops it high up, and that will go as a missed opportunity. 0-0 in game 2.
Yeah, what an opportunity there from Kennedy. I was really wishing that the man would have scored that goal, because he worked so hard for it, putting it just above one of the blue defenders and getting a nice attempt on a double touch there. So really strong Prophecy we're seeing right now.
Strong, but Sam will just retreat all the way back, and that's a poor clear, a very poor clear, and Franz backboard has selfishly passed it to the opposition. 1-0, and this could be the biggest mistake of the Masters League.
Yeah, Danny, you said it. That backball didn't like Franz whatsoever, as he played it right into the wheels of Gucci, finding a really easy empty net there.
Easy net, Gucci with another ball away, and unfortunately for Prophecy, they've seen this scoreline before. They haven't even responded of a decent goal, or a goal for a matter. They get back into the series. Swap to Gucci. Sam with a clear. It's up to the crossbar once again. How many times will Prophecy need to learn? Fraz with attempt for the redirect to tie it back up. Half the game approaching. 1-0 against Prophecy again.
1-0, that's the score we're seeing right now, as we see Gucci trying some fancy flicks, actually trying to buy some time for his team, as we see Swaps scoring the assisted thing there from Gucci, all because of his fancy plays. So really well done there from Elysian.
Really done well from Elysian, but they have got the league in game 2. They've won game 1 as well. The potential for the sweep as well. Week 1 on stream, we saw how many times teams have came close. Week 2, we have yet to see a clean sweep going all the way. Gucci maybe, just maybe, trying to break the records of this one, but Sam to the side. 2 minutes and 10 on the clock. 2-0 against Prophecy, however.
2-0, that's the score we're facing right now. As we see, Blue getting another attempt with Swansea in the air, but 2 of the orange defenders getting back, and Prophecy not giving up. As we see a potential own goal. That's the own goal of the series, Danny. What do we think about that one?
Well, great technique to get it off, and I mean, Prophecy, good defence on the offence. I mean, didn't even have to go for the ball, but Fraz with the opening goal, they've been credited as hell. And Wolfie, this might just kick them into gear, who knows?
Let's hope so for the Prophecy team, as we want to see more of this.
What, more own goals?
Well, potentially.
Potentially, maybe, but Franz with decent clear, Kingsley with the back from the racing side, a pinch into the middle, it's gone backwards, straight to Kennedy. Just only he'd be wishing if it had a bit more power, a bit of zing behind the ball, but not to be for Prophecy, not to be, as they concede it once again.
Yeah, this is really unfortunate. As we see Sam going back, or Kennedy going back, he just couldn't reach the ball. It was so in his sides and he couldn't reach it. That's like the most heartbreaking moment in the series. But I don't think Prophecy has given up yet. They got 1 goal of an own goal, but they got so many good attempts on goal, so I think they can do it.
Well, Sam to the middle, and we'll just have the attempt going around, and we'll just see if the man crowns he can finish this one off, but not looking likely. Kennedy will just see this ball to the corner, passing it to the mid-lane, but a lack of boost being the issue there, Wolfie, and we'll just see this one with 60 seconds as the warning now. 3-1 remains.
Yeah, 50 seconds right now, as we see another attempt from Orange, and their first legitimate goal. Good team play there from Prophecy. Sam outplaying 2 in the air, and Kennedy just getting it in the right position as Brass demoed the last defender. An overall solid team play coming at it from Prophecy.
Solid play as well, Reticles. An interesting Crownsy with a poor clear, doesn't get it effectively, especially with the picture of Silk Bang not sponsoring ERLS, but has the dirt been cleaned away from their defence? They're still struggling this time round. Crownsy actually gets the clear a long distance and bang, the dirt is gone.
Yeah, and this is why people say that clays are so important. As we see, Crownsy with a really powerful clay on target, and nobody of Prophecy was there to save it. So that's why clays are so important in a game like Rocket League.
Oh, just sometimes when it's been gifted that easily, you forget how difficult it is to score a goal, and Prophecy have only found one legitimate goal. One came from an own goal. France with an attempt, and Prophecy will be asking, is there any more Silk Bang left? Because they have been cleaned in the last two games. They might just be threadworm by game 3. The team has counted out 4-2 will be game 2 scoreline.
Yeah, now it's the question, will Prophecy be able to keep their momentum or build even more momentum going into game 3 so we can see a potential reverse sweep? Or will ERLS, who has shown to be a really strong force in the first 2 games, stay superior and knock it home, knock out Prophecy in this game and go to a 3-0 sweep on stream?
Well, could see it, could be deadly, could even hurt, but Prophecy struggled to find a goal. And never enough 10 minutes of league play of week 2. Can they get one to get themselves into the lead? Find a chance, but will they? Will that be the case?
Will that be the case? That's the very important question, Danny. As we head into game 3, Prophecy already found one legitimate goal last game. I believe that they can make at least 2 this time. So all they have to do is make sure that Crownsy doesn't get 2 easy goals. As we start off in 3 seconds, Swaps gets some goal from the kickoff.
Some goal is better than no goal, as Prophecy would be asking. Oh, cruel sometimes this game. If you feel generous enough, please donate Prophecy at least 2 goals this game. They're going to need it.
Yeah, they're definitely going to need it after a start like this. This has been a super strong start from ERLS so far. Not giving Prophecy any chances on the ball as we see their first offensive opportunity there. But so far, Prophecy still struggling and don't know how to tackle a team like ERLS.
Reason with the team, it'll be Gucci from that particular side, skipping around, and 2 beaten, so too easy, 2-0, and Prophecy, my crystal ball says 3-0, 3-0, you've been swept away, bang, and the dirt is gone.
The dirt is gone, but what a play there from Gucci. He gets it over one first as he just flies between them, and then for the last hit he just plays it over 2. Over a really silly double commit there from Prophecy, which led up to a really nice pass from Gucci as a not that very mechanical outplay, but just what a patience, what a play, and he knew what to do exactly from the start.
Exactly, maybe Prophecy might need a rebrand to slightly unseeable circumstances they haven't found a way out of this half. Could be unfortunate, this aggressive attacking style against somebody so similar, not quite working. Franz to the side, it's slightly too wide, it's another goal!
Yeah, is it an own goal, is it not? Was it going in first before Schwabs hit it? That's the real question right now.
Oh,
yeah, definitely an own goal. Yep, I gotta agree with Swansea there. Best own goaling team so far. 2 own goals in only like, what is it, 3 games?
Yeah, 3 games. I must have learnt the Danny Boy DVD. Available at any good ERLS stores. Free merchandise, of course. You can see it on the website at www.erlsseries.co.uk. When are they going to buy that?
One day, Danny. The moment it comes with casting tips, we'll buy it.
Oh, There won't be by my play tips, I'll tell you that, but Kennedy with a decent clear. Prophecy searching for the tying goal, and Wolfie, as cruel as this might have been, they have nearly found the second.
Yeah, nearly found the second, as we saw 2 misses on the post so far for Prophecy, but neither one of them is backing down. We see Kennedy and Sam really pressuring it hard, and Fraz trying to set up his teammates as much as he can. As we see another attempt on goal there from Prophecy.
Well, Prophecy have seen maybe an own goal here and there in their team. They have seen maybe late in day, but Urson with a decent save. The franchise is so good at own goal, and they've learned how to defend as well. They're learning with passes, plays of beauty. 3-1.
Yeah, I don't know what to say anymore. Like, Eurasian is just stealing every skill Prophecy showed us in the first game, where they tried to go for passing plays. It gets defended by the Eurasian defense, and then they just pull it off on Prophecy, the one that started this series with their potential goal attempt like that. It's just so hard.
Oh, just so hard, so cruel sometimes this game. EuroRocketLeagueSeries, the Master League. The Master League, mind you, and Sam, you've scored a goal. Congratulations. Prophecy back in it in game 3.
Yeah, what a beautiful redirect from Sam, just beating, I think it was Swaps. Yes, he probably beat Swaps to the ball there by just a millisecond, but it was all that he needed to get this beautiful goal into the net.
Just back into it, and Prophecy has found the equalising goal.
Yeah, Sam is really popping up right now. Look at the guy. He saw that where the other defender was challenging him, and he just saw an open out behind him, and it was like, I'm going to put it there. You're not going to be able to stop me. I'm going to score another one, and so he does.
So he does. Prophecy. Maybe they've looked in a crystal ball of theirs and see the reverse sweep, perhaps. Who knows? With Sam, maybe that solo carry from him has sparked a bit of life from his team. Swats to the side. Fraz with the ball, falling it through. Crazy drops it straight down. And Sam once again putting the ball back and forth. And for the first time, realistically, we could say this series is even.
Yeah. Spark life back into the team of Prophecy. That's what Sam really did, as we saw everyone in their team. Kennedy, Fraz, speeding up somehow and knowing what their play is meant to be doing. As we see Prophecy now almost leading the game in some sort. While Eurasian, yes, scores another one. Exactly. Oh no.
Oh, Fraz. Wasn't even your fault. Groundsy with a lovely, delicate pass. And nobody at home, nobody to defend. 4-3 in Prophecy. 1 minute and 12 in their league play in week 2. Might be a little bit grim, might be a little bit awful, as they have maybe just lost in stream. But 1 goal is all they require for OT.
Yeah, 1 goal is all they require, as we see another attempt here from the Eurasian team. And so far, I have to say, as a challenger team from Eurasian, I'm really proud of my Masters, seeing them play. But I really wish that Prophecy could at least win 1 game, as they are also some sort of friends to me. So,
well,
one happy community.
One happy community, slightly biased casting perhaps, maybe. The reason might be fine, the 3-0 sweep, maybe not, and so the carry for Prophecy finds it for a piece.
Yeah, what a carry from Sam so far. He saw that Gucci was out of place. Like, he was trying to go to the to grab boost, and then he saw that Sam somehow got past his teammate, and he had to react to it too quickly, while Sam was already locked in. He knew where to shoot it, and bam, that was a goal.
There, bang, just a goal, and Gucci near enough. Repeating the same feat Sam just done moments ago, and Sam failing an attempt. Gucci to the side, swats to the middle. Gucci beaten by Fraz, Crowds with the clear. 4 goals apiece in game 3. Gucci We'll just see this ball tipped away by Sam and Wolfie. We have reached OT.
Yeah, the first overtime between these two teams. As we saw, Prophecy really struggling in the first two games, but right now we are seeing a different Prophecy. Will it be the Prophecy of Prophecy winning, or will it be the Prophecy of Erosion answering back with their superior play in the first few seconds as we see Fraz get a goal? So Prophecy, potential reverse sweep. Who knows, Danny?
Who knows, and Fraz got a goal. Sam's per back can take a rest for a moment. 5 goals to 4 in game 3, and Prophecy will be sighing with a bit of relief, but will be game 4 approaching very shortly.
Yeah, as you said, but let's keep in mind, if Erosion didn't score another own goal, it would have been all over for Prophecy. So they probably have to give this one to Erosion, thanking them for that one own goal.
Well, speaking about own goals, will it repeat once again? We've seen how tight this series has been in Prophecy. Oh, look at the stats as well. 7 shots alone by Sam, and 3 of them has went in 2. But chat, few reverse sweeps here and there, but come on, let us know what you think as well. And of course, you can do it on Twitter as well on the official ERLS. But we'll wait. Game 4. Can Prophecy find a way to see it going into the deciding match?
That's the real question right now, as Erosion doesn't have that much pressure. They only need to win 1 game, and they got 2 games to make it real. So will they be able to do it now, or will they be able to do it in the last game? That's all up to them. If they can keep playing superior, but Sam, the man, he's popping up right now.
Sam the man. Well, what a way to carry your team by the scruff of the neck. 1-0 in game 4, and Prophecy lives again.
Yeah, Prophecy getting some fire back into them, as Sam is now carrying all the weight of his team, trying to do as much as he can. As we see Gucci with a really nutty... Was it a redirect? Was it a pinch? I don't know, but it was a bit of everything.
I think Kennedy's actually own goal, to be fair. Gucci just dropped it straight down on him. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
what a piece.
That might have been the case, but I mean, that's exchanging own goals, right?
Gift giving.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I've heard of sportsmanship, but it's league play. You're battling to get into the playoffs.
Oh, well, maybe they have some other motives, who knows? Yeah.
Oh, all fun and games until one of the teams might want to put the dagger against their hearts, as Sam blocks another ball. A minute gone. Swats with a bit. Kennedy doesn't get faked out by the ball going low. Gucci alone in it. Crowns is there. Kennedy will wait back and be Fraz with a decent block. And this will be 1 apiece in game 4. An unusual start with a great goal, and maybe Gucci's fabulous double commit or own goal. You decide in chat.
Yeah, 1 apiece so far, but it's hard to say whose game is going to be at this point, as we see both teams going at each other as they did in the first game. So equally skilled in offense, and neither one of them relinquishing any pressure on the opponent's net.
Relinquishing pressure. Fraz attempt of a double of his own, and Swat's double, and that is a sweet thing of beauty.
I'm actually speechless, Daddy. I don't know what to say about this, but it's just too nuts to pull this off in a league game. I mean, where do you even get the idea? Oh, I'm going to pop it up over the first defender, and I'm just going to casually redirect it into the goal, because that's how seamlessly Schwabs just did it.
Just so easy at times. It was back-to-back double touches attempts, and Crowns sees the crossbar. Sadly, it didn't bounce in. Gucci with the demo. 2-1. The creativity from the both two sides has sparked into life with Fraz, and maybe an absolute fake as Sam ties it. It's an equalising goal in Game 4.
Yeah, an equalizing goal indeed, and Schwab's just really caught off guard. He didn't know what was going on. He thought Sam was going, Fres was going to bang it really hard, so he was ready for that one. And then all of a sudden, Fres misses, and Sam is there, clinging it into the top right corner, all the way on the other side that he was.
Just as he was, Sam and Fraz, a nice bit of teamwork. Kennedy pops it high up, crowns and swap. Maybe a double commit, but it's been called off at least for a decent clear against Prophecy. Gucci with the attempt. Kennedy misses the ball, but so does Crownsy. 2 goals apiece, half the game still remaining. Anything could happen in Game 4.
Yeah, anything can happen because this is Rocket League. We all know how much is possible in such a little bit of time. If one of the teams just starts popping off, it can be 4 games in even 1 minute. So everything is on the table right now, and both teams are playing to win. As we see Swaps with a really nice flip reset on target.
What a lovely little bit of mechanical brilliance from Swaps. 3 goals to 2, and Prophecy might be a little bit nervous now. Needs to get 1 more goal for an OT. But mind you, the last time we talked about that possibility, Prophecy did take it then, but 2 minutes remains.
Yeah, 2 minutes. It might be more than enough than that Prophecy needs right now, but so far they can't seem to find the back of the blue halves now. As yeah, Elysian is just answering really strongly right now. We're trying to get as long of a clears as we saw them do before, and just finishing it off with some mechanical skill from Schwabs or some cheeky outplays from Gucci. It can be a bit of everything, so it's really hard for the Prophecy defense to know what is going to happen.
What's going to happen? Well, here's the question. Who was defending that one? 4-2, Gucci, just too good.
Yep. As you said, what's going to happen? We don't even know. We just see Gucci getting himself with a really nice pass of the sidewall there, and then he just clangs it in, and we're like, oh, that just happened. Okay.
What a question. What a face for the eyes. And a pass there, but Fraz with a decent attempt. And Kennedy just slow playing this one against Crowns. They need 2 goals and battered away. Once again, Swaz with the attempt. A pass maybe into the middle. Sam waits patiently. Pops it up high. Actually, it's a low running little attempt for the dribble. Kennedy slows it down at the midline. 4 goals to 2, and Prophecy might just be regretting maybe 1 or 2 decisions in Game 4.
Yeah, might be regretting some decision in Game 4, but so far it can still be everything. As I mentioned before, sometimes a team is even able to score 4 goals in 1 minute, and they still have exactly 2 goals to score and 30 seconds left, so it's all still possible.
Possible. Sam passes it wide to Kennedy. That's a nice little play development, but what a clear. And Fraz with an attempt for another clear once again, but it was Swaz with the dump, Sam with the demo. 10 seconds remaining, and Prophecy still in their half and will lose sadly against them, but ERLS will take this 4-2, but 3-1 in the terms of league play.
Yeah, 3-1. A really nice score, a good performance from both teams there. Like, we have to give both teams credits. The region coming out on top, showing a little bit more mechanical skill over the others. But so far, this was a really good game to feast our eyes on, as we saw some really nutty goals from both teams. Schwabs with that one redirect thing that was literally insane. And then Prophecy getting the first 2 legitimate goals, needing no own goals to equalize it all the way up to 2 minutes left in this game. So a really, really great performance from both teams.
Well, great performance, but sadly, for some, Prophecy is on a 3-1 smacking there in terms of league play. And funny enough, triumph when even the 2 times champion struggled against the defending champion from Warlock's side, Boys School Q. But that does mean 2 series is down. 1 to go.
Yeah, one more to go. And which one is it? It's
Which one is it? Well, funny enough, we can let you all know who it is. It will be Throne versus Absolute, and that will be starting quite shortly as well. So, well, we've had two really intense series. Some would say sweating as well. We're going to take a small quick break, get a refreshment, get whatever you need, and settle in because this one should be a good one as well. That's been Solar with. I've been Danny Boy, 8 as well, until, well, about 20 minutes today. We'll see Throne Gaming versus Absolute.
I just want you. I just want you. The words I never said but wanted to. I'm losing you. I'm losing you. Oh, but these thoughts won't let you go. They keep running back to you. Whoa. Chasing starlight to find it's died away. Breathe it in. It's just now. We're just falling, and we won't always free fall back to nothing. 'Cause I'm just starting to learn. I've always been chasing Oh, I could be all it is you need, 'cause we are trying to find a way to feel. If I could sleep, I'd dream of what we'd be, but I can feel you slip further from me. Oh, it makes it hard to be when you are all that I want, but don't have. And I'll run into the sea, follow this heart that escapes me. It escapes me, and I'm lost. Forget me, all I was and become everything. All I Although it feels like heaven, I can't wait forever. Old habits are hard to break. I'm losing faith. Maybe we're better off this way, but I'm still all I was and be I can't believe the night lay waste to all we'd given. But honestly, you've gotta know that this ain't living. But we could run from Elysium and let it burn, let it burn. You've gotta know that nothing lasts forever. I can't believe myself. I never thought that this would be our end, but it's nothing new. And my lover's honesty, I can push it back down if I have to. If you want me to, 'cause we can run. And we can run. The stars that fall all for you. So tell me now, what's left to lose if we run?
now it's just like, man, you got to have that time where you just like disconnect from the scene, just the race. Like, and it's a race that I've created in my head, you know? But you have to step away from it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the EuroRL series. I am, of course, Danny Boy ATM, and before I introduce my lovely co-caster who has joined me from Game 2, Warlocks and Triumph was the earlier game at 7 p.m. ERLS versus Prophecy, 7:45, of course, all British Standard Time. Oh, what two good series they were. But of course, you can watch them here in the VOD or on YouTube, the official ERLS stream on Twitter and, of course, YouTube. Or you can have the look on our website, www.eurorlseries.co.uk. But while that is the case, we do Drone versus Absolute. And Stealthy Wolf, my lovely co-caster, is here, and with all his wonderful words of wisdom.
Yeah, what a treat we've got from all teams so far on stream in the last two. Both being a 3-1 series for one. But as we're heading into the next game, which is, as you said before, Drone Gaming versus Team Absolute.
Oh, what a series we're going to be treated to. The players have already joined the waiting around. Team Absolute, as Isley originally was in the playoffs last season, in the top tier of all of us here at the EuroRL series, and the experience near enough wiped away, while the opposition Throne Gaming, Jake Herschel and Crisp was with all the immediate pressure, however.
Yeah, immediate pressure coming out, like you said, but Mazzo, also someone who was really good last season in the Elite Series, seemed to somehow get a clear ball, even though it ricocheted off the post of the side post. Yeah, sorry.
That's okay, no need to apologise. The players will be grunting. They will be looking for a little bit of a clapping, thunderous start. But Hearst, however, trying to find the finisher of a pass. But Mezzo with a great little play around to alone. And Paisley will wait patiently as that third man. He will decide to go second, cut the rotation, play it quickly. The man, play it at Insomnia, Epic Land. He has the experience. But what will he do tonight? 3 minutes and 50 left. And Team Absolute looking to get the opening goal.
Yeah, looking to get the opening goal. But I just want to point something out, though. I don't know if you saw that, but Ethan is playing with a Merc.
I don't know whether to be proud or annoyed by that, but who cares? He scored an opening goal with the Merc. Disrespect, surely.
Yeah, what a goal from Crisp. Just immediately above Bryzy, and Bryzy not able to react to it. What a start of a series. Only 1 minute and 25 seconds is all that Crisp needed to get it into the goal.
All that was needed, Jiggy to the side. It will be Hurt moving back. Mezzo, we've seen him before. An infinite shot. We've seen how close he's been, of course, at the championship final of season 3. Prizey will be there, Jiggy, with an attempt. Passes it long and distance clear, and with a ball, he pops it high as well. Hurst will wait patiently, and Prizley with the shot in the Merc with an easy tap away. See him at 3 minutes. Game 1, 1-0 against Absolute.
Yeah, maybe the Merc was a conscious decision, as we see Mazzo scoring of a really good pass there from EMSD from the corner there. Like, he got bumped, he recovered flipping into it, and Mazzo there to react to it. And it's even now, Danny. It's anyone's game with 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining.
As you said, even Hurst with a decent kickoff. It's a stalemate between the two and matching the score line at 1 goal apiece. Hurst to the side, the Jiggy. A nice 1, 2, 1, and Hurst can only stick it to the backboard. And the Merc from Chris with an attempt, but Mezzo with the experience playing to the side, comfortably getting himself back into the scene. But Team Absolute looking to break this, well, 1 apiece scoreline.
Yeah, like you said, Absolute is really trying to break the really good defense there from Tron Gaming. Like, so far, every time they're going to clear a ball, they're already looking past the ball and looking which one of their teammates they're going to pass it to. So that's a really good opportunity, as we see Hershey getting the second goal for Tron Gaming.
What a goal. Hershey with the shot, Paisley and missing that simple clear. 2-1. Best of 5, still a standard league play game in week 2, mind you. And we could be seeing the Master League having some tight games, but 3-1 so far we've seen on our two, well, showpieces matches we've highlighted. And what a game we've been treated to. Will it disappoint in this one? I don't think so.
Yeah, it would certainly not disappoint, as we have two really good teams facing off. As we see, Tron Gaming with the most unknown players already getting the advantage for now, but Mazo and Paisley are definitely not backing down. And AMZD is really trying to complement their playstyles by getting the ball towards them so they can shoot away at the Tron Gaming's net.
Well, Tron Gaming might be looking at their net with a bit of comfortability. They haven't seen much work in defense lately, as the opposition Team Absolute might be struggling, and they have been struggling since the 5-minute marker. 3-1, 1 minute remains.
Yeah, been struggling as AMZD just gets outplayed there by Hershey, who was already aware what was going to happen. If this team was called Prophecy, I'd believe it, because that man just had a prophecy on where to put it.
Well, if it was Prophecy, we might see an own goal as well, but that's here and there in the past. Paisley with an attempt, so did the second, but Mezzo dropped back with the attempt, and he will go for the second this time round. Hershey will have been beaten, and Paisley pushed too deeply up. Chris, what? You decide to save it against them while you're 3-1 up. Sportsmanship or just plain foolish, you decide.
I mean, I think Crisp already assessed the situation, and he knew that his teammate wouldn't be able to get the ball, so he tried to get it back to the teammate on the third man position to get a better go at the goal. As we see Paisley taking his time, getting a really clean touch of the backboard there.
Well, the experience coming through, 3-2, and maybe that little back pass decision could be regrettable. 3-2, Team Absolute marking a chance for a little mini comeback. As to the side, at 10 seconds down to 5 now. Mezzo waiting for Paisley to beat this ball away, but only to his own side wall. Mezzo will drop that one straight down from the ceiling. Tron Gaming with the inexperience, 1-0 up.
Yeah, what a first game we've been treated to. Tron Gaming coming out and actually being somewhat close to an iron wall in the net, as we see them getting 7 saves, Danny. 7 saves, and it's only 5 minutes of gameplay, which means that they're getting at least 1 save every minute. And Absolute on the other, Team Absolute on the other hand, having of course the equal amount of shots, because otherwise you don't get those saves, but just not being able to find the net. Is this going to crack their mentality? As Tron Gaming is going to probably be as strong on defense as they are right now, and also able to score with a perfect shot accuracy from Hershey and Crisp? Or will they be able to find a way to break through this iron wall and get on with it? That's the real question for Game 2.
That's the question as well, but Self-Wolf working all those calculations out. He's like with a spreadsheet, while the abacus from me, the old timer, will be sitting here wondering, will the iron wall be broken? But chat, you say 3-1 to Absolute. Well, who else has an opinion? Because let us know here while the chat goes on. But Game 2, and we'll see the experience. Can they punch through that iron wall? Is it penetrable? Well, they've got 5 minutes to work at it in Game 2.
5 minutes of in-game to do, as we see already. Team Absolute firing hard with the offensive opportunities there and combining in both the offensive way, going towards the blue net, but also setting up each other to the orange net. As we see, Drone Gaming doing the exact same thing and the Merc coming out victorious.
Well, what a pass from Jiggy, as you said. Oh, that Merc. It's a thorn against the opposition, and Thorn Gaming takes that 1-0 lead in game 2, and the penetrable wall hasn't been tested just yet, and with an attempt down crisp to the side of the netting, and Paisley will just get the save once again. 1-0 with less than 30 seconds as well, and Team Absolute might be finding a few memes here or there, but not of the nice caliber.
Yeah, nice caliber, but both teams are trading in an equal caliber of shots. Like, both teams are really well at giving pressure to the opponent's team, and it's just Drone Gaming showing that they have a better defense right now than Absolute's offense. So that's why they're still in the lead with 1-0 and 4 minutes remaining.
4 minutes remaining, just looks like the clock counting down. Team Absolute, the experience. We talk about experience being sometimes key and crucial, and that iron wall, as Wolfman's saying here and there, being the major difference. But that's dribble. The fake was ideal. It was perfect. The post. But Mezzo to Paisley, the 1-2-1 working wonders, but 90 seconds gone by, and Team Absolute still has not found the goal just yet.
Team Absolute may have not found the goal, but there are definitely some opportunities coming out there, as we see Paisley trying to get it into the middle, and Mezzo getting a really lucky 50-50, but it's all calculated. I know you saw the man pre-flipping into it somehow, and what a goal.
Oh, what a goal, but Paisley should have buried the original goal, but he has just been saved by his teammate. Who will care if they win the series? League play week 2 here at the EuroRocketLeagueSeries, and 3 minutes will remain. But Mezzo to the side. It will be Asmus with an attempt, and that Merc has been a thorn. Paisley's shooting has been diabolical nonetheless, and it will remain 1 apiece.
Yeah, 1 apiece. That's the score we're looking at right now. As we see Drone Gaming throwing in some weird things, and Team Absolute really struggling on defense there. As we saw both teammates bumping each other. So I don't think that's the ideal situation we're looking at. Don't you agree, Danny?
It's not ideal, but maybe they're looking a bit of company, a phone number perhaps. Maybe they're looking to get, well, internet wolf. Who knows?
With a better internet, will it also bring better skills? Well, not to brag, but those players are already pretty good. So if they get even better skills, who knows what a monstrous team they would be.
Well, 2 minutes. And this shot there was just looking to be finished off of a beautiful pass and play, but Mezzo stopped it once. He'll just put this ball into the corner for the second time of asking, and a few pre-jumps here and there. Pass to Mezzo again. Hershey with another vital block. 1 minute 48, and the demos are coming out from Team Absolute. It's just getting vicious between the two.
Yeah, getting vicious. That might be the way for Team Absolute to go against a team like Drone Gaming, who are really strong on defense. If they can eliminate at least one player from the goal, that might be the key thing for them to get a goal in.
The key with crisp to Hershey. It's a nice 1-2, but the target for the net was not being used. The objective not achieved. Alma to the side will let that ball run past the Paisley, who's sitting at the back originally in the 3rd position with that 1 minute warning as well. Team Absolute needs a second goal. They'll look a little bit more comfortable in the series.
Yeah, comfortable, you can say that pretty much. As we see, Paisley with a really nice goal there. I thought it was going to be blocked because it didn't have that much speed on it, but somehow he found a way to go between the iron ball, and Crisp just missing it with his Merc body.
Well. Maybe the experience, not banging the ball, a gentle little touch of it will do with Preisley, but he's in defence, alone for the moment, beats 2 from that Thorn game inside, who's been putting the pressure against the old dogs here at the EuroRocketLeagueSeries. Preisley, once again, with the ball, he's just keeping this ball away. Amon Preisley tries to pinch it into the air. 30 seconds remains, 2-1.
Yeah, keep the ball away. That might be their key strategy right now to ensure that they win this game at least, as they can go into game 3 with an equal series win. So it would be 1-1 if they can keep the clock for counting down and make it a 2-1 victory in game 2.
One apiece in the series would be needed for Team Absolute. They were looking, well, simply not to their former selves, but they've got one onto the board. They can relax with a bit of comfortability, but best of 5, effectively a best of 3 now. Who will take game 3?
Yeah, you're right. Every time it goes to a 1-1 game, you don't know what's going to happen. Is the first team that won the first game going to be able to keep winning respectively game 1, game 3 and game 5? Or will it be Team Absolute right now finding their groove and somehow being able to carry it all the way and go for a 3-1 score once again in this master stream?
Once again, 3-1. The numbers are just rattling and have been repeating. But will the Thorn decide 3-1 is good enough? Or will Team Absolute take it 3-2? But chat, come on, we can see you typing away. But throw your support to whoever it might be. But while you're there, let us know, will Thorn Gaming take it in the 3-1 that Wolf has hinted to?
Well, that's the real question right now, because Throne Gaming looked really strong in the first game. Neither one of the teams is changing any cars. I thought Crisp was going to move out of his Merc, but it's definitely its choice, as we see him not going to another car after their first loss. So I think he is comfortable in the Merc, knows what he's doing. So I think this guy will probably also be like one of the key factors in Throne Gaming, as we saw him score the most of the goals in the first game.
Most of the goals from game 1, game 2 was a very much tight affair. Game 3 being played here and now with Lee Preisley basically onto the ball, passes, blocks, however, clears the line for Thorn Gaming, who has to respond in a similar fashion that Absolute just done. And as well with attempt, Preisley with a pathetic attempt on the keeper. But it's Mezzo who has been blocked by Hershey with an absolute beauty. 0-0 with a minute played already.
Yeah, just 1 minute gone so far, and we saw so many attempts coming up from both teams, and what a saves we've seen. We saw Hershey beating Masso by a little tiny bit, getting the ball to ricochet off the goalpost and going out, as we see another attempt on the Team Absolute goal so far.
Mezzo will just leave that for the third man. Absolute just playing a bit of standard rotations in the defence, making no mistake. Preisley with a sneaky top left of a shot. Mezzo will just miss that one and force Team Absolute to question their decision making when they're onto the offense. 90 seconds run by and Team Absolute will be gutted if the goal like that will absolutely make the last one, well, make them sleep comfortable at night. 1-0.
What a banger from Blazy. This is exactly why I said before why clears are so important. They might even be your team's biggest weapon, because Throne Gaming couldn't be in defense the entire time, because otherwise you would just hammer them away with normal offensive attacks. But what a clear there from Blazy, going really hard on target, as we see AMZT with another nice attempt to dunk it inside the goal.
Dunk it into the goal. Mezzo with the same pace onto the ball. Preisley will be there. Hershey been blocked once again, doing all the defensive for Thorn Gaming. Repeat it, pass to Crispy, and it will be Preisley with a decent clear. Jiggy will drop it straight down. Mezzo with an attempt to the backboard. Ahmed is there. Hershey with another block again. It will remain 1-0 in this third game between the Titans. That is Thorn and Absolute.
Yeah, so far we're not seeing the same performance from Tron Gaming as we saw in the first game. Hershey definitely being the defensive MVP for Tron Gaming so far, as he blocked Masso in the beginning of the game. And then just before this, he blocked another really good attempt on the net. So Hershey doing his best on defense.
Doing their best, and on with the attempt. Jiggy with a decent block. Preisley will be there. Decent block. And Preisley on a double commit. Mezzo left alone with no parental guidance at the back of the net, and that ball in the middle of the field. Hershey, well, needs to put that one on target. He did. But again, Asmik hits back again as third man. 1-0, however, will fight the defence from Absolute has held on when it matters the most.
Yeah, when it matters the most, we see no one in defense so far, but Jiggy just getting back by a little bit, and then Hershey with a low boost having to back it up because both players went up right there before on offense. So we see a little bit of double commits going out from Tron Gaming, which might cost them this game.
Might, just might, the doubt maybe crossing Absolute main as they're stuck in defense. We've seen them crack under the pressure once again as Jiggy gets a pass to Hershey, and Preisley, the experience we talk about, has got an absolute clear that Wolfie has been talking about. The Masters League showing a bit of class when it comes to that particular skill. Minute gone by. So has the demo. 30 seconds will remain. 1-0 to Absolute.
Yeah, 1-0 to Absolute. As we see Jiggy going for a redirect. Crispy there trying to follow it up. Some really insane pressure coming out there from Tron Gaming. They know how desperately they need that first goal in this series. For one, to build momentum, and for second, to try and equalize this series and go into an overtime in the third series and gain the lead once again.
Preisley to the side, the lead, and Preisley a bump on his own man. They're bumping each other. They're bumping anything that moves bar the ball. And game number 3 goes to Team Absolute.
Yeah, Team Absolute really showing up a different team than in the first game. In the first game, they were probably still warming up. Masso and Preisley both thinking like, okay, we saw the same exact thing from the Iron Wall Tron Gaming, and right now, both teams have an equal amount of saves, so both teams are doing really, really well on defense. And this might mean that Tron Gaming has to step up their offensive opportunities, or otherwise Absolute will just sweep them off the table with the last game. So will Tron Gaming be able to answer back in the next game, or will Absolute be the absolute victor? That's the real question, Danny.
That's the real question, but Wolf, I have been disappointed with our Twitch chat tonight. You haven't been answering that man's question. Can Absolute do what's required and finish the series off to make it 3-1? We've seen 2 tonight. Can it be a triple repeat? But, Wolf, we have seen great performance came out. You talk about that iron wall that Thornton Gaming puts up. It's going to need a bit of reinforcement, surely.
Yeah, they will probably have to fix and find some duct tape to clear the holes that Absolute seem to have found in the second and the third game so far. Because, yeah, it's not working for them. If they can't score and they can't defend to the best of their abilities, Absolute is just going to cakewalk.
Duct tape! Of all the materials, of all the options we could have, duct tape is the best options. I think about a WD-40 might help as well, but Preisley with a pass to the middle. Ahmed will drop it down. Preisley back passes us as well, and it seems maybe a bit of prescription glasses for Team Absolute required.
Yeah, prescription glasses. As we see, Crisp finally moving into something else than the Merc. This guy is now in the dominance. Will it show his dominance plays and get somehow another win squeezed out for Throne Gaming? Or will Absolute be the absolute victor? As we see the first goal coming in there from AMZD.
What a shot, and can somebody please send the duct tape quickly as Thorn Gaming has found a bigger hole. And I think Lassie might be yelping into the background as well. 1-0, and Team Absolute looking to make it 3-1 onto the night in week 2 in the EuroRL series. And Mizzo, with an attempt like that, was robbed of the second goal. Priestley will finish it off, however. What a team play developed there.
Yeah, we definitely see some way better connection between all three players of Absolute right now. And they're just showing their dominance. They're showing why they should win this game. And Priestley with a really good connect there from a backboard read that AMZD put up for Priestley there.
What a series that we have been treated to in the opening game. The second didn't disappoint, the third living up to the billing as well. The Masters League with all the experience, the qualities. But will it just have that slight edge with the three more calmer heads on that orange side from Team Absolute? They've been here, they've done it before, even playoff qualities. And they're stuck in defence with a 2-0 lead, however. Will it be enough with the pressure building up?
Yeah, pressure is definitely building up on the orange net right now. But we see ball clears coming out from this so-called iron wall. So Absolute finding a way to molest this iron wall. Poke even more holes into it, as he already scored 2. But they will definitely find another goal.
Well, there's being molested. Somebody phoned the police. They didn't consent. They didn't consent. It's 3-0.
Yeah, didn't consent. You can say that much. The moment you see something like this flying inside your goal, the only thing going through your mind is, how did I do this? How did I make it so I missed this ball and put my team even further down? But what a play there from AMZD.
Half the game approaching. Thorn Gaming might be a little bit hurt, stuck, but they need a paramedic to get that thorn out of their backside and start moving with that deficit of 3, and it will just creep away as that clock is counting down. And Absolute might be finding the 4, but Hershey, that defensive wall, still doing all the work, but needs reinforcement. 2 minutes approach, still 3-0.
Yeah, 3-0 is the score we're looking at so far, but I think Team Absolute still has more going for them, and we saw Throne Gaming answering back with some offensive opportunity there, just going right on the goalpost there. I don't know who shot it, but it was fairly close, so I hope Throne Gaming can answer back, because they still have 1 minute and 45 seconds left.
Only that much time? You make it sound so simple, Wolf. Can they please make it to a game 5? Looks like no might be the answer. Ziggy is getting stuck between the two men. Priestley means the AMD Wonderwall, but Priestley pips it up high, crisp to the side. 1 minute and 10. 3 goals no more, as 4 is notched onto the belt.
Yeah, 4 is the amount of goals that Throne Gaming has to conquer right now in order to even come close in posing a threat to Team Absolute. And so far, what a metamorphosis we saw from Team Absolute. They came from being defeated so hard by an iron wall from Throne Gaming, and Priestley almost putting in the 5th goal so far.
Well, week 3 will of course have the transfer window. There's all the swaps and changes. Thorn Gaming might be LF Iron Wall at this point. They need a new one, as they've been penetrated 4 times without response. And it could have been the 5th with Priestley, and that minute warning telling us they don't have a much time to respond either, as Priestley searches and pounds that corner, looking for another. Oh, diabolical of a touch, but could have finished it off even further. And there There it is, 5 goals.
Well, there's so little to say about it. It's like AMZD is carrying the entire Team Absolute offense right now, all on his own, together with Pricey with one really nice redirect from the backboard read. But AMZD has 4 goals already, Danny. 4 goals. That's so much. That's the amount of goals that penetrated the iron wall before that last goal.
Almost of a quality worthy of maybe mention, boys. You and the goal shooting ability. These 3 men from Team Absolute are good friends, of course, in the Dang Squad. They had a Torment long time ago. Had a pleasure casting them before. We see them here at the EuroRocketLeagueSeries, and they will be taking a 3-1 victory in week 2.
And what a 3-1 victory this was as well. Last game they showed such a dominance, winning 5-0. 5-0 is what a score to end the game on. Mostly you expect something going like 4-2, 2-3, 3-1, something along those lines. But 5 goals difference, that's a lot. Like, that shows why Team Absolute should have won this game as they did, and what a performance.
What a performance, but credit where it was due. Thorn Gaming in game 1. With all the pressure, with all the ability, they had got Team Absolute number, but they have responded like the playoffs. And they have done it before. Prizely, Amazing Mezzo gets the response, the answer. But Wolf, I heard that's the last game of the night.
Yeah, last game of the night, but what a game to end it on. Both, I mean, all 3 games went 3-1, but I have to say, some went another way of 3-1 than we would have expected it. In the second game, we had Eresion coming out on top of Prophecy, while Prophecy was showing up with Sam, because Sam, what a carry he did in game 3 and game 2, I think. He did pretty well in 2 games, at least. And what an ending. Absolute, just really slaughtering Throne after the first game. They completely shifted their mentality, went all nuts on the on offense, and also cranked up their defense, which made it almost impossible to beat.
Almost impossible. Words that we've all remember. And we will speak about words very much shortly. That was Thorngame Absolute 3-1. Inner versus Prophecy 3-1. We talk about words that was etched in our minds. Boy School Hugh claimed he will 3-0 any team that would cross his path. Well, he was slightly wrong tonight. 3-1 against the 2 times champions of the EuroRocketLeagueSeries, key in the form of Triumphant Squad. Can anybody beat the Warlocks? Can anybody beat the defending champions? Well, that's for you to decide, of course, all the players here. You can join the Discord down below, chat between all the ones. You can join the website at www.EuroRocketLeagueSeries.co.uk. And if you're watching on YouTube at the official ERLS stream, lovely to have you here. Comment down below. We do read them as well, and we will see you there as well. And funny enough, it's also the same here with the Twitch. It's t.tv/EuroRocketLeagueSeries, and on Twitter at the official ERS as well. And you can respond us there. But Selfie, I heard you had a Twitter as well.
Yes, and Sal even included it on the visuals right now. You can see it. It's at Stealthy Wolf. So thank you, Danny, for joining me. It's been a blast, as always. We saw some really good Rocket League, and I hope to do this many more times in the future, of course, as we can expect really good games from ERLS. The entire community is awesome, so I hope to see more of this.
We hope to see more, and funny enough, Sales there, CCF Sales is his Twitter handle. We did have Juicy as well in game 1 casting alongside me, and we thank him very much to join alongside me. And of course, I'm Danny Boy, and of course, ATM as well with the handle, so you can contact me there if you so desire. So thank you to everybody else who has joined in tonight with arguably the best week we've had so far, and it's only week 2 until week 3. Good night.